And welcome back to the Angry Teacher channel. I'm Richard Williams, the Angry Teacher, and today I'm just going to give you a couple of, maybe just about five things to remember for setting your TPT business goals. All right, so let's get into it. For every business, you need clear goals, achievable goals, if you will. And here are about five things that we can do to kind of help you figure out what they are. Now, some of these I'm still working on myself, so come with me on that journey. But I wanted to have you on that journey with me because it's important for us to set these goals so that our business can take off and bloom in 2024. All right, so let's get started. Number one, product creation. Yes, it's a store. You have to have something to sell. So that should be a goal. Now, I have a book, just a notebook, that I keep all the ideas that I have. I write them down now. They're on my phone as well, but I write them down depending on if I'm at work or whatever, and I'm writing these ideas down so that I can always reference them or I can check stuff off. I have a checklist for everything. I'm going to show you the checklist a little bit later. Okay? For each quarter, I write it up on one of my whiteboards, and this is the one that shows you exactly what's going to be done within the 4 months, if not 3 months, and if not, I'll just move the ones that aren't finished to the next month. But these are just the broad ideas for my goals for that quarter, and then in my notebook I break it down more simplistically. So give yourself an idea for every month you want to do 2 products or 3 products, or you're going to take a PD that's going to help you with the knowledge that you need to create a product that you're thinking about. So these are things that you need to think about, and give yourself a time frame to come up with your product creation. Sales and revenue, that's another goal. Now, I am not a fan of making money goals, even though I do it, because you can't control the market or if someone's going to buy from you, especially in education, especially in my niche. I teach ELA, middle through high school resources, and if a teacher isn't teaching Lord of the Flies, then it doesn't matter what I make, they're not going to buy it. It's not like elementary or science even. Some areas, if you're doing space, you know that no matter what you make, somebody's going to buy something related to space. It just depends on the time of the curriculum, but they're going to buy it. If a teacher isn't teaching Hamlet, I won't make any money from Hamlet resources. So it just depends on your niche, but set a goal. I do, because I have a last year and a year before to navigate that. So I compare things. Okay, last year, this month I made X, so this year I expect to make Y. And that's how I make my financial sales goal. You, if you're just starting, will just get a number based on what you think you're going to make, and then try to sell enough to get to that number. And one thing I do, and I think this was recommended by Becca Davis, who is a guru in the TPT world, I write it down. It's on my board. I think you saw it on when I just showed it to you. I have a goal and how much I'll make for that quarter per month, and if I see I'm not going to get there, then I know I need to fix some things or move some stuff around or change some stuff, but that's the goal I set. So I can know not to be disappointed or to be expecting a little bit different results of what I had in the beginning. Marketing and promotion. Now, if you have social media presence, this is where you can kind of send stuff out so people know that you are a seller on TPT, and these are the new resources. These are the old resources you want people to pay attention to. If we're around testing season, these are the resources that you need for this season. Make people know that you are selling something if you can. Now, if you don't have a social media presence, the good thing about TPT is that they help us out with that. However, there are a whole lot of people who are selling on TPT, and there are a whole lot of products. How are yours going to be seen? That's what you need to think about. And that's why you need to watch our videos, all of the gurus and me, and figure out how we can promote our products, okay? Because that's important. It's a business, and it's not like where I live, there's only one provider for electricity and the power. So they don't have to advertise. No matter what we do, we'll always have to go with them and to them. for our services, for our power, you know. Now, if it's like a Walmart, do we have to go to Walmart? No, we can go to Target, BJ's, Costco, so many different places. So know that we are in the education realm where there's a whole lot of people doing what we do. So we need to be able to push our products to the forefront so people know that one, they exist, and two, to support us. Number 4, customer engagement. When you get to the point where you are starting to get eyes on your product, then you need to engage. If people are leaving reviews, respond to the reviews. People are asking questions, respond to the question. And that's just one thing. Sometimes you'll be making sales and nobody pays attention, nobody reviews anything, nobody asks a question. You can't interact with the persons then. There's note to followers. You can start a blog. That's a lot right now if you're just starting, but if you've already been around, YouTube blogs, or start your note to followers. Write something, engage with the people that have subscribed to your store or following your store. There's another thing that's been recommended, and I won't take credit for it, but engage in Facebook groups and Instagram groups or TikTok or whatever, because you can get questions from people. Even if they're asking someone else about something, you can get an idea on how to make a product for it. Or wait a minute, I never thought about that. I'll have to remember that when I'm creating a product. Or that makes no sense. Let me tell this person that this doesn't make any sense, or that they should do X, Y, and Z. And then you start a conversation with someone, and then you're starting to build your expertise, and people start to trust you in these groups. So when you can put in another group or on TPT and they find you, they'll be like, oh, I remember this person, made sense, and I used their information and it worked. Let me just keep supporting them. Engage with your customer. Professional development is another business goal that you need for your TPT store. Now, does it mean only doing things TPT related? No. Last summer, I went to one workshop that was hosted by Lauren Fulton, the RTA creator, and some other folks that worked with her. I also went to another one by Chris. Can't pronounce, is his name Chris? Yeah, I think his name is Chris. Chris, I can't pronounce your last name, I apologize. He does math resources, I believe. He had one. It was a free workshop. I went to that. Did the TPT one. I always do since I've started going. And that's just TPT. Also, the TPT seller forums that they have monthly to keep up to date on what's going on in the TPT world. Now, that's just TPT related. I also do PDs for my job. You know, we all do as teachers, right? So take something from it. Maybe I can make a product from this. Or as a professional, this is making me more of a guru in my field. So I am going to be that expert as I make products. So when I go to those chats and people ask questions or say things, I can be like, no, this is what I learned. Or no, that doesn't make sense. Or yes, go ahead because this is proven. So professional development does not have to be just TPT related or YouTube at this point. YouTube, blogs, always learn and that's the tip, an extra one. Always be willing to learn. As teachers, we know this because especially we're just starting, we're not business people. And so if we can learn from someone who is a business guru on YouTube, hey, go for it. Ain't nobody mad at you. Number 6, I believe, collaborations and partnerships. I'm still working this out. Now, there are a couple of people I'm kind of talking to and working with and trying to work with. But the more you interact on YouTube, the more you interact on TPT, the more you interact in the Facebook groups, you're going to start building a little bit of, if not friendships, then at least collaborations and partnerships. So you'll go ahead and start building your brand and start working with people who have built their brand or who is on this journey with you, and you'll be able to work together. Away from doing it for TPT, you can do it in general too. I am a part of like 3 different professional groups, and they send out the obligatory monthly newsletters and whatever. It's something to keep learning, something to realize that you can either make a product from it, or you can throw something in your resource, or now you're a little bit sharper, you know what's going on in the world of education. These are things to work with and work towards. And even if you have to hire a VA, or you're working with someone who you know what, I'll even dare say your next door teacher. If this person can look at your products before you hit upload, or if they can give you a tip or come and observe your class, and if it doesn't work, then don't put it in a product. Whatever it is, that's a partnership, that's a collaboration right there. It doesn't have to be TPT, but you are building a brick business, and so you need to make sure that things are falling into place, because when things get more hectic, I'll give you a little weak example. I have now, because I've been teaching for, this is my 24th year, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to year 24, I believe. And so I have amassed a lot of stuff. I have always used the textbook when I had them. Or there are parts of a textbook that I didn't like, or part of a story that they didn't flesh out enough, so I didn't use their questions, or my kids could never answer that, so I made up my own. So I have a lot of stuff that I can make into a product, and so I've started this process. I have 1,200 products. I just made it to 1,200 this Christmas break. That's a lot of stuff. Eventually, I'm going to have to go back and fix some stuff or whatever. Like the first 2 years that I was making products, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So I'm going to have to fix some stuff. And I'm still working on making things clickable. It's a lot of stuff I have to talk about. But if you have to hire a VA, or if somebody has to help you out, then these are things that you will need to do. It's going to get hairier. It's going to get scarier once you get further along. You might have 4 products now, 50 products now, but when you get to 80, when you get to 300, you're going to have to revisit things. You're going to start needing people to help you. So don't think you have to do everything on your own, all right? Website optimization, number 7. TPT, you can put your logo. There's a little place for your logo. Use the leaderboard, the bar at the top. Use your store banner, use your column banner, use all the banners that you can to advertise. Use your the little part for your logo to advertise. Use the standards that they give you. Whatever TPT offers and throws at you, use it, because it helps to sell your products. It helps people to recognize your store is there and it's getting better and you're building this business. Once again, when you make your covers and all this stuff, it helps to sell your product. I've looked on TPT, and a good product is a good product, regardless of the cover or not. But sometimes most times it's more alluring if there's a cover that brings people in. In the beginning, I've had a lot of handouts that I didn't know how to make covers, so they don't have any covers. And I'm still going back trying to fix that. But they don't sell as much, obviously, from those that have covers. It's just a thing, because people shop with their eyes. They see something they like, they click on it. Oh, this makes sense. Okay, they look at the previews, they look at all the different things that TPT helps us to push our business, and the thumbnails and all that stuff, and they see it, they're like, I like this product. I will go put this in my shopping cart. As opposed to, or at least wish listed, as opposed to, oh, it's another handout, don't like how it looks. That won't work for my 6th graders. That won't work for my 7th graders. That won't work for my seniors. Let me just move on. Okay? So use everything that TPT has tried to help us with. Okay? So optimize your business by using that website until it drops. Now, there's something I'm looking into until it drops. I don't even know what that means. One of your business goals for your TPT store, use sound financial management, or at least financial management. Now, once again, a lot of us are not business people, and especially, I think I'm safe in saying this, especially the social science teachers, we're not very mathy. So we don't, or English teachers, we're not very mathy. We're all, more here or there kind of guys. And so a lot of times we would not look at the financials as much as we should. But according to a lot of the gurus, Lauren and Becca and Lorianne and all these different gurus, take some time, maybe once a month, twice a month, once a week, whatever, sit down and look at your financials. Because I realized I was paying like at least two times for a product, for a service that I didn't even need. And so I've gotten rid of those because I've listened to them. I'm sitting down, I'm going over things, I'm paying attention more to my finances, because now even to put little things like I want to make an X amount this month versus last year, then that's something. All right, so pay attention to those. What I will say, and that's all I have for you right now with your business goals. What I will say about the major part of the business goals, here's the tip. Guys, put a number on things and put a date on things, because it helps you it navigates you to that end. You want to make X products this month, X products this week. I want to post, I want to schedule X a number of things by the end of the week, or I want to write 4 blogs by the end of the month. Whatever it is, put a number, put a date. It helps us with that. And sometimes the date can be a kind of a sliding scale, if you will, but at least it's something within a month. Then you know you have to do this. I have a quarter to make X, Y, and Z. I need to push that out. Okay? If you just loosey-goosey everything, it will be harder for you to focus and get stuff done. So that's my tip. Glad you stayed till the end. Put a date, put a number, and you'll be able to figure stuff out a lot faster. Those goals, for the most part, will be kept. Love y'all. See you in the next video. Good luck with your business in 2024. I'm right there with you. Let me know what works.